we need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.
Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with freebets.com/Irish Stout, ready to fight an Empire Fight Store. We are here, Belfast. Tommy McCarthy. Tommy, huge fight for you at the weekend, Cheavon Clarke. Talk to me about this. What is it about this fight that's got you up for it?
Just it's a big fight in my home city. I've been a road warrior for a number of years, and when you get the opportunity to have a title fight, you know, at home, you couldn't say no.
How nice is it that we're starting to see boxing back in Ireland, back in Belfast more frequently? We've only just come back off the Michael Conlon card and now we're back in again. It's nice, isn't it? Like you said, you're always on the road, so the fact that you get to fight here, it must be a bit of a buzz for you.
Yeah, it's great. Once, you know, when I got the phone call about this fight, my wife was like, "This is what we've been praying for, to get something here," and everyone's buzzing for it. So it's great, you know, to have the home advantage.
In terms of Cheavon Clarke, where do you see your advantages coming into this? People talk about experiences, the fights you've had, the back and forths. Where do your advantages lie in this?
Like you say, experience. I'm taller, and you know, I think everything. Just experience is the main one, right? Experience, because you can't substitute it. So that's the main thing in my favour. And like I say, home advantage now.
I was just about to say, you being in Belfast, does that, I just said to Lewis, obviously now he's getting an opportunity to headline. Do you come into this with a bit more, you know what, more pride's on the line, these are my people kind of thing?
Yeah, you know, that energy that people, you know, Cheavon Clarke just walked past her. So, hey, I'm gonna kill him. The energy that the people give you, especially Irish people, Belfast people, everyone gets behind their own. Yeah. So that's just going to get me to go to a higher level and go through the extra gears.
Something a bit different. What do you want out of boxing? You've achieved quite a bit in your career. Obviously, titles, this, that, and the other. But what is it? What's left that tick box maybe where you say, you know, I still have to do this. I want to do that. You've obviously got a tough fight on Saturday, but you get past him, some huge doors open and some big fights. But what is it? What's that like goal for you now in this game?
You know, my ultimate goal had always been to be a world champion. When I started boxing as a kid, you know, that was it. I never cared about going to the Olympics or any of that stuff. All I ever wanted to do was win a world title as a professional. And, you know, that still is the ultimate goal. And if I went through my career, because, you know, the ups and downs that I've had in my career, if I retired without even challenging for it would be a shame. So after this one, like you say, we're not looking past Cheavon Clarke, but I want a world title because this is for the WBA Intercontinental. That'll put me back up in the rankings. And, you know, I've been scheduled to fight for the WBA world title like 4 times over the last couple of years. And last year, I actually signed the contract for it, and it all just crumbled. So, you know, that would be I could retire after, you know, content, yeah.
How do you deal with that? Like, because, like you said there, that's the ultimate goal. You wake up when you're year high and you go, I want to be a world champion. That offer comes, it's done, signed, whatever. And then for it to fall apart like that, people don't see that, like what mentally that could do to you. Was that like, I'm done with this game? Like one of them moments where it's like, why am I bothering kind of thing? Because it must be so disheartening.
That's exactly, you know, I went, my manager had negotiated the deal and everything was arranged and I signed the contract and met him and I signed it and standing taking pictures, I guess, holding up the contract, like, yo, this is happening. Had the dates, you know, family had flights and stuff booked to go, and then when it crumbled, exactly what you said, I was like, why am I even bothering?
Why did this fall apart again?
Because the champion, him and his manager and promoters had like like some sort of falling out. So the whole show just got cancelled.
That were it. Jesus, yeah, I forgot about that. Wow. So you really, like, in terms of luck, you were all out of it at that point. Well, obviously there's an opportunity for that. I heard you say, I believe in IFL's interview, I heard you reference Jake Paul. I don't know whether that was obviously, everyone sort of mentions him tongue in cheek, especially fighters who've had long careers in this game. But is that you playing, or is that you saying, no, I'm serious? What is it?
I'm definitely open to it. And it is a wee bit tongue in cheek, but I said Jake Paul's the biggest name in the cruiserweight division. Now, that is actually true. You know, if you go and ask, you know, your average Joe on the street, who's the number one cruiserweight in the world, a lot of them are going to say Jake Paul. If you go to a youth club or even a boxing club and talk to the youth, the kids, you're going to guarantee you're going to get a few of them is going to say Jake Paul's their favourite boxer. So, because he's so famous and he's boxing and he's cruiserweight, you know, there's no cruiserweights more, you know, with a higher profile than Jake Paul. So it was a bit tongue-in-cheek, but if the fight was offered to me, you know...
You think you'd ever even go down that route of accepting it? Or saying, you know what, because like you mentioned years ago, I think... Who was it offered? It might have even been Cheavon that got offered, I think, to him. Yeah. I think Eddie sort of put it on him and said Cheavon Clarke. I think you mentioned about three others.
That's where kind of somebody said to me, Eddie was saying about Jake Paul fighting Cheavon Clarke. So why only fucking fight you? So, yeah, you know, if that was to present itself, you know, I'll be all ears. Yeah.
Well, look, we wish you all the best, and if you've not tuned in to Whiskey and White podcast, make sure you do it.
Get the subscribe on. Yeah. Subscribe for free on YouTube. We're on all streaming platforms, and get on the Patreon. It's only £2 a month, so that's all bonus content and added laughs.
What you got coming up? You've always got something big coming up, whether it be at the Devon History, you've got a big guest coming up. What are you and Tyrone cooking up now? Because he's obviously got a lot more time and energy to put into it.
Do you know what? This fight has kind of put like a roadblock, a delay. So we're gonna have a big plans for after the weekend, but haven't got no gigs, no comedy gigs. We haven't got no shows coming up. It's just you know, we're just simmering.
Simmering away. Tommy, look, we wish you all the best for the weekend. It's a cracking fight and Belfast special fight week. So pleasure to speak to you, bud.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.